start with the record. Right. So we're going to do this meditation that we call Sakshi, the witness. Now I want to start with what exactly does Sakshi mean and why are we doing this meditation? Now, Sakshi means, it's a Sanskrit word. It means the witness. Now, what is this witness and why do we really want to understand about with this witness, and why do we want to meet this witness self within us? So, friend, uh, we all have we all watch movies or serial, or we go for watching drama, right? And we also know that when we are watching the drama, there are times where we connect with that person or the participant or the artist of the drama so deeply that we forget that we are not the person sitting in the audience, but we become that audience, or we become that person himself or herself, and we start identifying with that person, right? And when we do that, when this happens, it also happens that we are not able to really step out and understand that what from the third perspective, from the third space, that how is it to uh, really understand what is happening to that person, because we have become that person. So many a times it happens that when we are undergoing some issues in our life, or we are undergoing the normal day-to-day life, if we are in that process all the time, we will not we will not have that perspective, a perspective of objective perspective to look at the situation as an audience. And when that happens, no, it sometimes gets difficult, because usually what happens is that we live our life through our thoughts, or we live our life through our feelings, or we live our life through our emotions, or the physical body through our pains. And when we become that, it gets very difficult to really have the third perspective, the objective perspective, because we are so much subjectively involved in that. So it is important that we step back and then we see from that perspective, in order to get a wider view, a wider perspective of what can be done. So this is one role that Sakshi space within us plays. Second role that it plays is it provides us with that empathetic space. When we become that, we lose on this empathetic space that we have within us. And Sakshi really provides that space within us to look at that thing, you know. So that is another importance of learning to become that Sakshi, not just when we are meditating, but Sakshi as a tool to live our life. Not just that 1 hour or 45 minutes or 30 minutes of meditation, but rest of the 23 hours that we live our life. And that can really help us to guide, to connect with the solution, you know. So another perspective, or another aspect of Sakshi is that it provides that non-judgmental space. What happens is that when we are involved, we start judging. We judge our emotions, we judge others' emotions, we judge other people's behavior, and we judge our behavior and our living also. Most of the times, we live in the world of mirror. So when we feel that, we are judging the others, actually the same part in me is judging my own self as well. And because we are so much involved in that space, we become a participant to that drama. But again, when we step out, when we learn to step out and look at that thing, then we can really be available to pay a non-judgmental presence to this. And that becomes a very, very important, it plays a very important role. So friend, this is why this learning to connect with our Sakshi, that witness self within, that consciousness, that awareness self within, which is non-judgmental, which is empathetic, which is compassionate, and which is objective. and an audience, the observer self, it really helps. So this, I would like to start this with, there is this story, you know, there was this sage, there was this very, very wise sage by name Rabia. And this Rabia, she lived in a small village kind of a situation. And everybody really respected her for the wise person that she was. Very spiritual, a sadhak, a very deep sadhak, and an old lady. So everybody called her Amma and everybody respected her in the village. So one day, this lady, this Amma, she was found on the middle of the road in the um, afternoon heat, and she was searching for something. Now, one, she's very respected lady and a wise lady and a very old lady. So everybody who was passing by the road, they said, "Arey, bhai, Amma, what are you doing? What happened? What are you searching for?" And Amma would just not speak anything. Amma would just keep searching, searching, searching. So everybody also started, whoever was passing by, they also leaving their work, they started helping Amma and started to search for what she was searching. Few minutes, more minutes, few hours passed, but no, even she is not able to find, and rest of the people are also not able to find because they don't even know. So then what happens? Then finally there is this person, this young lady, she goes to Amma and she just holds her hand and she asks, "Amma, please let us know what are you searching? Then we can help you even better." Then Amma said that, "Oh, I've lost this very, very precious thing of mine and I'm just not able to find it." So then this lady asks, "But Amma, where did you lost it? If you can just let us know that perfect location, we will be able to help you better." Then Amma said, "Oh, that though I lost in my house, in that corner which was very dark, which is so dark. But because it is so dark, I just don't know how to search. So I've come here and searching for it." And everybody just stopped. And then she just looked at everybody, and then everybody knew that Amma has a message for us. Amma is not doing anything in vain. She has a message. So, friend, our story is no different than what Amma was doing. And Amma has a message for us also. So many times we don't really go to a place that where we have lost some things or where the solutions are lying. Why? Because sometimes we don't even know that that exists within us. And so we just keep doing the same strategy again and again, again and again. Then we find ourselves trapped in the same vicious cycle, you know. So today we are going to look at some of these spaces which we are not aware about, which can really help us to explore our possibilities. One is the Sakshi space that I was talking about, because most of the times, as I told you, we live in this space of emotions and feelings. So we don't even know that something like this, that observer space do we have within us. And what also happens is that many of the times when we want to explore that place in our meditation, we are so much, being obstructed by so many things. I'm sure so many of us over here are meditator ourselves, and we struggle to meditate, and we are usually lost in our thoughts and emotions when we try to meditate. So today we are going to explore some of these areas which are also responsible factors that doesn't allow us to enter that Sakshi space within, and that blocks our entry into that. And they also blocks and play a lot of important role in our life experiences. So that is where we come to our uh, chakras that that many of us have heard about. Now, what is this chakra? So basically, chakra. So before we jump into chakra, quickly I want you all to just put it in the chat books that how many of us are aware about how many bodies do we have? Like, we know that we have physical body. Likewise, how many bodies do we have? Fatafat, let's put it in the chat. Rashna says 6. Varshaji says 5. Friends, whatever you know, just put it. Let's make it an interactive session. 5. Physical, mental, energy. Chansey 2, 4, 3. Okay. Right. 7. Jasmine is saying 7. Right. So let us look at this, that how many bodies do we have? So when we are talking about chakra, so let me just start sharing the screen. Right. Right. So let us have a look at how many bodies and how many chakras we have, and why when we are going to explore about chakra, that we are also going to explore about the bodies. So we were talking about these are what are the there are some part of us that we are not aware about. So if we know about it, it will help us when we are taking our own individual journey. Then this also will help us to know when we are doing meditation and not able to explore our Sakshi space or the getting deeper into our meditation, what are the blockages which are responsible for, having that happen for us. And also, uh, the among number of bodies that we have and why we have to know about it. So friends, we actually, we have 7 bodies. The masters, the Buddha, the one who got nirvana and who are enlightened one, they speak about presence of 7 bodies, and we will explore them one by one as we explore these chakras. Now, what is chakra? Now, chakras are basically these are the energy centers which are present as a part. They are the part of energy body. So we are aware about we have a physical body that we have, then we have mind, and then these are the gross bodies that we stay usually aware about. And then there are subtle bodies. Then this subtle body is one of the subtle bodies, the energy body. And this energy channel, there are 72,000 nadis, there are 72,000 channels which operates in our system. And whenever these channels cross each other is where there is this, at that junction, this chakra development happens. So chakras are nothing but the transaction point. So there are so many chakras that we have in our body, but there are 7 chakras that transact in the around this Ida Pingala, when the Sushumna Nadi, transcends upwards, and these are basically the main operational energy points which looks after lot of physical, mental, psychological, psychic, and spiritual uh, work that is happening, spiritual activities that is happening in our body. So usually when we talk about chakra, we usually talk about the 7 chakras or 6 chakras and the 7 sthiti. So we are going to talk about that. And why we are going to talk about that is because that this chakras that is present in our body, if there is block in this chakra, if there is overactivity in this chakra, then they keep reflecting in our life, in our living, in terms of our physical experience, our bodily experience, our mental experience, our emotional experience, and our also psychic and spiritual experiences. And then it doesn't really allow us to live our life with balance, joy, and bliss. And it also causes a lot of issues at all these levels. But if we are aware about this, and if we know how to balance them and how to work on them, and what are the problems, what are the what are the causes which causes this blockage, we can start working on it, and then we can start having a better experiences of our life. So we're going to learn about these chakras, and Master Osho says that each of these chakras, the 7 chakras, are associated with tattvas, the 5 elements that makes our body, the gross body as well as the subtle body, as well as they are associated with 7 bodies. So as we take up each chakra, we will also discuss about these 7 bodies that I was talking about and what is the role these two play for us in our life. So the first chakra that is present is the Muladhara chakra. the root chakra. Now, Kabirji was a very profound mystic that India have seen. And Kabirji would say in one of his very beautiful verse from Nirbhaya Nirguna that Moola Kamala Dradha Asana Bandhu Ulati Pavan Chadau Mool Kamal. Mool matlab root. Mool Adhara matlab the foundation. The Adhar is foundation. So Mooladhar is the foundation chakra. It is present just, between our, just below our spine, ending of the spine. And it is so much important that this chakra, the foundation of this energy center, it really makes a very, very impactful action on rest of the other chakras and its activation and its deactivation and its role that they play. So Muladhara is basically a very, very strong and foundation chakra that we have. Now, Muladhara chakra is associated with physical body, the first body that we, the gross body. I request all of you to please mute yourself. The gross body and the element that it is made up of is earth element. So, what is the role that this Muladhara plays? The Muladhara has to do with everything which has to do with our physical body. So what is the role? What is the thing that the physical body wants? It wants nutrition. It wants growth. It wants development. It wants safety. And that is what is the attribute of Muladhara chakra. It looks after the safety. It looks after the survival. It looks after the security. So a person who, and our issues around this, our issues as a being, as a body around this is basically attributed to Muladhara chakra. So, and also the sex, but sex in terms of procreation, reproduction. So, what happens when there is a block in this energy, in this Muladhara chakra? Then there will be a person would always be in feeling of fear. He would always feel danger. They would feel there is a danger to my life. They are anxious. They are anxious about death of themselves. They are anxious about death of their family members. They are anxious about the threat that might happen suddenly to their life. So this is when where that energy is blocked. And sometimes this energy is overactivated. And that is when it manifests as very aggressive behavior, very power game behavior. There are people like this war that happens that we see between countries. It collectively talks about the imbalanced Muladhara energy, the Muladhara chakra energy, and they want to have this my territory and my survival and my thing. So and the person becomes very defensive. So what happens? Why this blockages happens in Muladhara? So friends, when a person who is in the womb or when the person is in its growing age, and when there is abandonment that happens, for example, if somebody wanted to abort the child and still that child was not being able to abort, the child will develop that sense of abandonment. Or the parent could not live with the child and they had to go to for the workspaces and leave the child with someone else. And sometimes you know some person just put their children for adoption because they cannot bring them up. So this kind of trauma that happens during the childhood, or sometimes some threatful death which has happened where in the past life of the person. So this all traumas kind of they are so deeply rooted, that deeply engraved in this energy channels, that they kind of, when the person grows up, the person just experiences this fear. Like, when the person would see a dog, he would behave and react as if, flight and fright, like what happened. And when we go deeper, 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 layer by layer, we understand that this fear is coming from some other root. So these are the possible responsible factors behind causing blockages of the Muladhara. Now, Osho says a very beautiful thing. Osho says that when we come to this world as a physical body, we are a human body, we are a human animal. So we have this physical attributes as a gift of the nature to us. And there is a reason for that. If we have to be safe, we have to be secure. So it is important that we know this flight and fight mode. Otherwise, we will not be able to survive. So it is a part of us and it is important. But as we grow, as we develop, and as we mature, we have to transcend this. From human animal, we now have to become human being. And this possibility of transcendence is what really lifts us up. And this makes this Muladhara open up, and it kind of establishes itself so strongly as a root Adhar for us. And then we have a very deep sense of secure, safe, protected within us. And then the sex we use for the procreation purpose and not misuse the sex, you know. So this is so very important that when we understand that if we have this survival instinct within us, it is not bad. So we don't have to suppress that. We don't have to defend. We don't have to deny that. It is a part of us, but we have to transcend that by understanding it, by walking over it. So if we come to know about this blockage that we have, we don't have to run away from it. We have to understand from where it is coming. And then we have to work over it. And only when we walk over it, we are able to transcend it by understanding it, transform it into something balanced and aligned. So, friends, for a moment, I want all of you to close your eyes and just have a reflection about, do I have this issue in my life in any ways? And make a mental note of it. Any anxiety which makes me feel threatened, that there is some danger to me, to my life, to my survival. Just pay attention to that for a moment and make a note of it. Beautiful. We move to the next. Then the second chakra is Swadhisthana chakra, that is present just below the navel. And Swadhisthana is also called sacral chakra. This Swadhisthana is associated with the second body, the etheric body, the energy body that we are talking about, where these chakras are the part of. It is also called Bhava body. Bhava, why Bhava? Because it is associated with our feelings, our emotions, our likes, our dislikes, our desires, our aversions. So everything that we are able to see when we see a flower and we see, wow, such a delicate flower. This experience of this feeling is because of this etheric body, this bhava body, and this sacral chakra. And it is also associated with sexuality, the sensuality and the sexuality, the emotions associated with it. Now, what happens when there is a blockages of this, and what is the reflection in our life? So either a person is very overtly sensitive and it would just kind of bust out crying and flow out into the, because the element it is associated with, this is water element. Like a water, emotion is like a water. It flows. So either they are overtly sensitive or they are completely indifferent, either overtly connected or completely disconnected, or there is lot of seduction that they do in order to get attention. They do seductive behavior, or sometimes there is no joy in the relationship, or there are these negative emotions strongly present, like anger and hatred and enviousness and violence and aggression. So that is all the indication of blocked Swadhisthana or overactive Swadhisthana. How does this happen? What are the responsible factors behind this? So friends, during our childhood or during our growing up age or in our past lives, our gathered karma, if there is a sense that a person has experienced rejection or some sexual abuse or feeling unwanted or toxic shaming, some body shaming that happens, bullying happens in the school, and that person has felt it so badly inside, and then they felt rejected because of that. So this makes them feel I'm defective. There is something wrong with me. There is something wrong with my existence only. And that, or some sexual abuse, this kind of blocks, or lot of sexual dogmas, that we have, the conditioning about it is bad, it is not good, we are supposed to hide it. It's a part of our natural human living. And we have to view it as a natural, healthy process that is happening in our body. But most of the times it is being suppressed. It is being suppressed. Nobody talks about it. So all this suppression can also lead to the blockages of this chakra. Now, there is a possibility, again, as Osho says, that we have to really, we don't have to suppress, we have to be like Nilkanth Mahadeva. What does the Nilkanth Mahadeva do? When he was given the poison, he drank it. But he did not gulp it, he did not spit it. It was just kept over here. Osho says that you have to understand this emotion, this imbalance, overflow of emotions, whatever it is in our life. There is always a reason for that. If there is anger, if there is hatred, if there is enviousness, if there is oversensitive, if there is dejection, everything has a reason. Only when we enter into that emotion and we understand from where it is coming is when we are able to transcend and transform it into something beautiful, like forgiveness or kindness or compassion. And that is our soul feelings. So this is what our role is, and sometimes it is also part of our soul purpose. So when the sacral chakra, when the transcendence happens, then there is a feeling of emotional balance. There is alignment with our emotions and feelings. There is sacredness to our sexuality, and then at the real, kind of a spiritual opening of this chakra, there is balance between inner masculine and inner feminine, because Swadhisthana also has to do with creativity and feminine nature of ours. So this is what happens when there is a balance. So friends, I want you to again pause for a moment, close your eyes, and see if you resonate with this, and if you feel that there is this kind of blockage that you experience in you. Okay. We move to the next, the third chakra, also called Manipurak chakra, the solar plexus. The element of this chakra is air element. Now, there is a controversy about this, but there is this beautiful book by name A Thousand Seeds of Joy, where a person has channeled Ma goddess Saraswati ji and goddess Lakshmi ji, and Lakshmi ji says that all the elements, all our chakra has fire element, and the Manipuraka is basically represents the air element, and this chakra is associated with the third body, the third body, which is called Sukshma body or the astral body. That is our third body. What is the role that, what are the attributes of this body and this chakra is? It has to do with our thoughts, our logic, our will to do something, our thoughts, how much clear they are, how much not clear they are. So when there is a blockage in this chakra, there is a lot of self-doubt, there is a lot of confusion, there is a lot of lack of confidence, there's inferiority feeling or loss of willpower. I'm not able to, really decide what I want to do or what I am. And or if it is in the axis, there is like, my way or the highway. I am the person, the egoistic nature, the power game again, the power to prove my ego, power to, uh, uh, you know, make my ego available and functional. over everybody, the demanding instant gratification. Like if you know Ravana had a major block or in alignment of Manipura chakra. So what he did out of that magnet power and destruction that he created. So what are the responsible factors for the blockages that happens in the solar plexus, Manipura, where experiences that make person feel I just completely lack of self-worth. I don't have any worth. I don't have any esteem. There are behaviors from the adults when the child is growing where they just disrespect the child and they make them feel useless. And or sometimes, there is a strong victim, like in the past life, there are incidences where you have been victimized by somebody and now you have lost your worth. Or sometimes you have been a perpetrator and now you, as a part of your guilt, you feel, I don't have my worth. You wanted to with that experience. So this is what kind of causes this blockages in this chakra. And when there is alignment, when the person works on this issue, the root level, and understands it and then transcends it, then there is a balance in this chakra that a person is worthy, good enough, worthy enough, confident enough, will, is able to or she's able to do things at his or her own will without feeling any doubt. And also the transcendence that happens, that it converts this doubt converts into the faith, a very beautiful soul feeling of faith. So either you are feeling superior or you are feeling inferior in a situation, or you are feeling a victim or you are feeling a perpetrator. I just want you to close your eyes and see for a moment, do you really feel this in your life experiences? Beautiful. Now we move on to the next chakra, the fourth chakra, which is present just below where our rib cage is met, which is called Anahata.
Before
Also,
we ask a
yes.
question, please.
Uh, can can we finish this up and then we do the question answer if it is okay, please?
No, because it's about the solar practice. So
We'll come back. We'll come back.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll do. So the next. So that's why the pen and paper. Please put down all your questions and all the insights that you receive, and at the end we take question answers. Anahata. Anahata is also called as heart chakra. It is made up of space, the ether, and the body. It is connected, associated with the fourth body, which is also called the mental body, the manas body, or the psychic body. What is the attributes of this chakra? The attribute is love. Heart. What is heart has to do? We all know. Yeah, heart is love. Heart is compassion. Heart is kindness. So human love. So basically, at the human level, we are talking about that human love, or it is also connected with the psychic body and the attribution of the psychic body is this visions and imaginations and connection with the unconscious world that is hidden within us. And this is where we start moving. This is the body which helps us to connect with our other multidimensional presences, which is called multidimensional possibilities, which we already are. But we start experiencing when we are in connection with this mental body or the psychic body or when the heart opens up. So what happens when there is a blockages in this? So either a person is overtly, loving and overtly sacrificing because I have to love, I have to give, or they are very much dependent on the love. If there is no love of this person or that person, I cannot survive. I cannot live my life. Or there is a feeling of completely selfishness or betrayed or unloved. So this is where, if there is a blockages in this chakra can cause. What causes these blockages? During the growing year of a child, during or in our past lives, or during or in our ancestral, I'm forgetting to add that this experience is where a child has felt that everything my if I receive love in condition, only if I do this I get. There are so many times we see the parents do this. If you do this, I'll give you that. If you do that, I'll give you this. Oh, I'm sorry, I could not do this for you today. I had no time. I was busy in the office. This is a chocolate. So this kind of indirectly puts a message in the child's mind that, oh, love is conditional. I have to, in order to get it, I need to do this in a certain way, or I have to, do that in a certain way. So when there is unconditional, when the unconditional love is not provided to the child out of XYZ circumstances, is when this child starts to experience that, oh, everything is conditional, and that is where this blockage happens, because the heart, this experience of our soul is it's unconditional love. But then there is a maya, there is a delusion, there is an illusion that, oh, everything is conditional. Now, I have put about this video on my Instagram about this movie that I saw, Saraswati Devi. And I would want you all to watch this movie. So it's a beautiful example of what happens to a child when this anahata is blocked because of this condition that child goes through in a very early age of the childhood. So now, how do we transcend that, or what happens when anahata is balanced, when there is alignment, if the energy opens up, this chakra opens up, then there is an experience of unconditional love. You are established in that possibility that yes, this world functions on unconditional. I function, I feel safe in that. There is compassion, there is giving love, receiving love without feeling anything minus or plus. So this is what anahata opening does to us. So I want you all to close your eyes again and reflect and see if you have this kind of experience where you feel that everything is conditional. I'm required to do certain things in order to receive love. If I do this, then I will get love. If I look good, I will get love. If I clean up my house, I'll get love. This kind of. Yes. Now, the next. The next is Vishuddha, the fifth chakra. It is present in our throat. Vishuddha is associated with the fifth body, also called as spiritual body or Anandamaya Kosha in the yogic language, or Atma Sharir. And what attribute this Vishuddha chakra has is communication, the speaking, in ability to speak my truth, express my truth. That comes from Vishuddha. And experience of bliss, that bliss happens from the spiritual body. That also experience happens in this area because it is associated with this body. Now, what happens if there is a blockages in this chakra? Then there is a person who finds very difficult to communicate, to express himself, to say, well, no, I don't want to do this, but just cannot say no. Or there is a fear of public speaking. So these are the blockages, these are the symptoms of the blockages in this chakra at the physical and emotional and mental level. And even at the spiritual level, a person who has received, there were times where witches were burned alive or the sages were killed. Why? Because they spoke about something which everybody were not able to understand. And people felt that they are just people who are doing black magic and stuff like them, they would just burn them alive. So this experiences in the past life also, make such a deep imprint in a person's present life that the person is not able to speak the truth. So this is one of the reason that blockages happens in Vishuddhi, or in the family, like the childhood, there are some rules in the family. जब बड़े बात करते हो तब छोटे को बीच में नहीं बोलेगा. This rules about you should not talk, you should not express yourself, you should suppress your no talk and no feeling. This kind of hidden rules of the family that also causes this issue in the Shuddha. Now we started our discussion with the blockages, like when we want to really live our life um, without feeling blockages or issues, or when we are meditating and we want to connect with this Sakshi space, this blockages that we experience. So Osho says a beautiful thing. Osho says that first four chakras, difficulty level were not that much because the issues were painful. It was causing displeasure to us. So we wanted to work on it, and we will work on it to come over those blockages. But when, as I told you, each chakra has its impact, its significance, not just at the physical level, emotional level, mental level, or psychic level, but it also has its impact on the spiritual level. So when a person is ascending up in their spiritual journey, this is also one of the major blocks, this Anandana Pusha. Because in the meditation, when the person starts experiencing the bliss, what is bliss? Bliss matlab, as I told you, it's a Atma Sharir. It's this space, in this body where I experience who am I truly. I am not the ego. Where the I am में से I गिर जाता है, that only am, and what is this experience of am is like, I'm complete a bliss body. I am beautiful, I am compassion, I am love. And this experience brings this blissfulness. In this blissfulness, a person stops here in the spiritual journey. Osho says this is a big because it's very pleasant. We don't want to go beyond this. And this can also become harder. When we want to progress spiritually, then the experience of this is bliss. So what happens when there is a balance of Vishuddhi Chakra? There is a knowing, there is a self-knowing, who am I? That egoless self, that being state, that blissful state of being. And the person is able to express clearly about what is my truth, my authentic truth. I'm able to fearlessly talk about it. There is no fear of public speaking in the common areas of our life. So this is about Vishuddhi Chakra. So take a pause and see if this is something that you face in your life. Some symptoms of blockage in Vishuddhi. You're able to express yourself. You're able to say no if you don't want something. Fine. Now we move on to the next. Next chakra is Agna Chakra. Agna, or the third eye chakra. The part between the eyebrows is the part of Agna. And this chakra is associated with the sixth body of ours. The sixth body is called cosmic body or the Brahmic body. What is the possibility? What are the attributes of this? Is the third eye, like when with Anahata, when my psychic body opening happens, I start seeing things about me, my multidimensional presence. I start seeing those in my dreams, in my subconscious, in my unconscious, in my imaginations and visions. But when this opens up, not only that I start seeing things at my multidimensional level, I also start seeing things at the cosmic level. That opening happens through this, where I start experiencing what is it that this cosmos is made up of. What is it that it created with? What is the Brahma decided? What is the design of this Brahmic body? This is what happens when there is a opening of this happens, and that has to do with Agna Chakra. Now, at this level, so in our when we connect with our Vishuddhi, which is associated with our Atmic body, that is where this duality of, where we were talking about either we are, either the blockage is causing us superior or inferior. Both these extremes that we were seeing in earlier four chakras, the fifth chakra onwards, this duality vanishes. Because at the fifth chakra, in the deeper state of spiritual experience, we experience the atmic self, the I amness, which is oneness. I am the one. I am not two. I am one. But at Agna level, it M also drops. Now I just feel I just know that I'm the source. I'm a part of the source. I'm the part of this Brahma. In that deeper level of experience, in the when that opening happens, this is the experience that happens in the meditation. So this experience of Brahmic body that I am, that experience happens. So this is at the spiritual level. But suppose there are some people who are experiencing in that mental or emotional or psychic level, this blockages in this chakra. So what are the symptoms? Then the symptoms are there. Friends, we all are intuitive beings. We are all multidimensional beings. We all have these 7 bodies. So we all have the possibility of experiencing all this. But if there is a blockage in this, we are not able to connect with our intuition. We are not able to connect with the visions. There is a problem with getting the insights and the wisdoms, or lack of intuition, or lack of manifestation. Why do this happens? What is the cause of blockage in this? If a person has misused his psychic power in some or the other way, we see so many people who become yogi, who become masters, who become siddha, and then they fall because they start misusing their mystic powers. And this may cause this blockage in this. And that is the reason, friends, when we say that Muladhara is the Adhara, our higher chakras above Anahata, the Vishuddhi, the Agna, and the above, they are all beautifully open only, available only. But if we have not worked on these lower chakras, and if we have not attained the balance and alignment in these lower chakras, and not have transcended the denseness of these chakras, there is a possibility that even though we go up, we rise up, there is a possibility that we will fall down. So that is what the importance is, to first work on our lower chakras, our lower issues, or around survival or emotions or ego, everything. So otherwise, this is what can happen. Now, already I spoke about what happens when there is an opening of this chakras, like with Aham Brahmasmi experience that happens. And friends, we cannot really talk much about it because it is so much an experiential thing. And this fifth and the last chakra is not even a chakra, it's called sthiti. The sthiti is called Sahasrara sthiti. So this sthiti, this is present above our crown. It's also called the crown chakra. Now this is associated, or it's combined with the 7th body that we have. It is called Nirvanic body. What is Nirvanic body? Now I know who am I. I know I amness, that I'm a Jivatma, I'm a soul. Then I know I'm the Brahma, and Aham Brahmasmi. Now what is left for me? What is the another truth, the final truth left for me? So this is the experience of this Nirvanic body, that everything came from nothing. So this experience of nothingness, where no space, no nothing, that experience where everything emerged from, that is the experience of Nirvanic body. And well, what can, like, till Vishuddhi or till Anahata, one has to make their own Purushartha, as Osho says that you need to work on first you need to identify these are my issues. Then you have to work on it. You have to go to the root of it and understand it and transcend it. And this is your Purushartha. But beyond that, you need to learn to surrender, and you need to learn or have some grace happening to you, some blessings happening to you. Only then other possibility opens up for us. So if a person has no faith in divinity or God, or he doubts the divine, then there is a chance that they will not be able to surrender to that soul. So that possibility and this experience of this body may not ever happen to this. So these are the 7 chakras associated with 7 bodies that we have, and what are the issues that can happen because of the blockages. Now, one more very important thing, friend, that we need to understand is that, so we start from the gross body, like the earth body, the physical body, which is very dense, like we have a dense body. And as we start going up, as we start going from gross body to subtler, there is a density of the density starts decreasing, and we start vibrating our energy. We are available more energetically. These bodies are energetic bodies, different vibration that we have. And it's because of this vibrational experience, the vibrational presence that we are able to shift within us, we start experiencing the other dimension. What I'm coming at is that all this experience of Brahman, experience of Jivatman, that we are, all the nothingness that is from where we all come from, everything is present all around us. The thing is that usually we operate from either our physical body or our mind body or our thought body or our feeling body, which are dense bodies. We just tune into this level of world or this part of the our surrounding. But when we meditate, when we do our sadhana, when we rise in our vibration, we start experiencing that multidimensionality of the being that we are, human being that we are, and this cosmic being that we have around us. And that is what is the potency of our living that we have, all of us have. Only thing is, who makes that purusharth and increases the vibration, and who just stays stuck in this. Now, I would like to quote a beautiful line from this book that I was talking about, A Thousand Seeds of Joy, where Goddess Lakshmi transmutes her message through this channel, Ananda Karuneshi. She says, you have to get out of your mind to understand the working of your mind. It is not about psychoanalyzing anything using the mind. It is simply a direct seeing without the burden or conditioning of the past. Therapy can be very effective if aided with meditation, yoga, breath work, mantra, etc. Because these tools get you out of the mind and back in the present moment. So this is what we are talking about, friends, that when we enter that space of Sakshi, or when we do this work as an objective person, where we stop judging, this is my problem, I feel that I don't have worth, I feel I don't have love, I feel I'm unloved, I feel I am useless, so I feel angry, I'm aggressive. Now, whatever that I identify, which may be called as a shadow self of ours, we are not here to, if we really want to walk over it, then we don't have to walk through the mind or the psychoanalysis, because then we will judge. It's the very nature of the mind to judge. So we have to step out. And then after stepping out, we have to just view it as is without any color. This is good, this is bad. And that can happen only when we are not operating from the mind. And that happens, if that can happen, because through some tools, then there is a possibility to transcend this block, to dissolve this block, and to open up these chakras and open up these energy bodies and open up this our possibility to increase in our vibration and move from the dense vibration to the subtle vibration. So now I'll quickly take you through what are the other things. So as Goddess Lakshmi suggests, that meditation, yoga, breath work, inner child healing, past life regression, these are all available tools which can help us to really go to the root of these issues, why that happened, why the block started, and transcend and transform it into a beautiful possibility. But besides that, what are the other things that one can do? So if there is a blockage in Muladhara, you can do anything where you are connecting with the soil, mother soil, Vasundhara Ma. So walking in the garden, or dancing, or walking barefoot on the soil, or grass, gardening, or doing some physical laborious work where you don't have to apply your mind, but you are just doing it to wear out that excess density of the energy. These are the things that can help. Or practice of hatha yoga that can help. Grounding meditation, and in order to understand at the deeper level, inner child, past life, family constellation, breath work, these are the things which will stay common to all of these chakras and the working on the chakras. What can one do if there is a sacral swadhisthana blockage is found? Okay, so you can write down your feelings, you express it out in your journal in a very non-judgmental way, or you can talk to somebody who will give you that non-judgmental space, because you are just, you are just collecting those emotions. You need to just express it out, right? Or drawing, because it has to do with creative. So just draw, paint, do some creative work without any purpose of, just for the judgment, for the enjoyment of it, not for the achieving something. Or sit near a tree, hug a tree, express your emotion to a tree. This really can help to balance the sacral chakra. Or because it is a water element, just taking a shower or going for a swimming, that can also help. Now, this yogic exercises or asanas where the focus is on the hip opening. The hip is a place where it kind of all the suppressed emotions and feelings gets accumulated around that area. So hip opening exercises can really open up the suppressed and repressed energies and just get it out of the system. If there is a Manipuraka block, what can one do? One can one can start, if a person is feeling inferior, they can start jotting down, what are my achievements, what is it that I could do today. Just make a list of, I will do this much today, and then see at the end of the day, this is what I could do. Then go in front of the mirror and say, yes, you did it, you can do it. Encourage yourself, motivate yourself, and say you are good enough, you are worthy enough, you can have this happening from you, I'm proud of you. So just start doing that to your own self. That can help. Also, because it is a solar plexus, gut health plays a very important role in working around this chakra. Eating clean and healthy diet, even for the Muladhara, having green juice or green leafy vegetables, very important. And yes, self love and compassionate affirmation towards the self can help. For the Anahata, connecting with the nature, connecting with animals, where you can feel that unconditional love and you can give and you can receive. Surround yourself with this kind of love and kindness and compassionate people or things around you. Any asanas where you can stretch your intercostal muscles can also help, or pranayamas like Nadi Shuddhi pranayama that can really help with this. And yes, give unconditional hugs to people and receive these hugs from the loved ones whom you trust. That can also help. Then the fifth, Vishuddhi, problem with expressing your truth. Start expressing, journaling, expressing your truth in the journal first. Then you can start doing that in front of the mirror. And then you can start doing that with some confidence. You start doing that in front of people. Slowly, 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 slowly. You just be aware that I'm doing it and be okay about if you fail. Also, public speaking classes can help, or learning non-violent communication. These are special courses that happens that can help. In yogic breathing, Simhasana, the lion's breathing, can really help to work on this suppressed emotions or expressions. And then Ajana, okay, we all get dreams. We all are unconscious or psychic being talks to us. It's just that we don't pay attention to. Make an intention before you go to sleep or when you get up in the morning that I will remember. And then once you remember, start journaling about those unconscious revelations, your dreams, your imaginations, your visuals. There is like, Isha, like by Sadhguru, they offer a beautiful kriya called Shambhavi Mahamudra, like those all this kind of kriyas or meditation that focuses on this center, this third eye. This also makes a beautiful, it really helps a lot uh, uh, to clear up the blockages. in this. And of course, if working on your past life, if you come across that this was the issue, that I misuse my powers, and if you become aware about it, heal that and understand and heal that and live that, and then it will leave you. And for the last, the Sahasrara, only thing that can help is to stay in that gratitude, be in the gratitude, learn to surrender, learn to let go, and faith and trust in the process and the God. That can really, really help, friends. So this is where I would stop our understanding about this 7 chakras and its impact. And let us let us go into the meditation. We all have gathered and our reflection about the blockages that we experience. So I'm going to take you through this process where we first will connect with our Sakshi. Friends, we are running beyond time. So is it okay? I'm really sorry that it took a little bit more of a time, but we'll do a meditation, 10 minutes, and then the question answer. Is it okay? Another 15, 20 minutes? Or please, if you have to leave without disturbing, you can leave. No problems at all. Right, friends? So please close your eyes. We all have made a mental note or a physical note of the issues that we have received and we have understood at this moment. So we are going to work on it. So I'm going to start with this beautiful music. Just take up a position, comfortable position. If you want to take up a backrest, please take up a backrest. You have to be straight, but you need not be very stiff and straight. Just comfortably straight, and cross your foot. If you want to spread it out, it's okay to spread it out. And your fingers, you can just interlock like this and put it over your lap, or you can leave it open, or you can leave it like this. Everything is fine. Take up whatever suits you. Can you hear the music? Can you just give me a nod? Okay. So friends, take up a comfortable position. Close your eyes. If you are wearing spectacles, please remove your spectacles and connect with your breath. Just observe your breath, the incoming breath and the outflowing breath. Just bring your awareness to your breath. All that exists at this moment is you and your breath. You may get aware about some thoughts, or you may get aware about some feelings, and it is completely okay. You need not do anything about those. Let them come. And when you realize that you have flowed into those thoughts or feelings, just simply come back to your breath. Allow your breath to just be as is. You don't have to do any alteration in your breath. Just let it come and let it go. And slowly, I want you to, through your mind's eyes, just be aware about your head and the space it occupies in the space around you. Just start to become aware about your body, the head part of your body, and the space it occupies in the room you are sitting. Beautiful. Now just move your attention and awareness to your chest. And your abdomen and your upper limbs. Just become aware about the space this occupy in the room that you are sitting in. Your chest, your abdomen and your limbs, upper limbs. Slowly you move your attention to your lower limbs, all the way down from your hip to your toes. Just become aware about the space this part of your body occupies in the room that you are sitting in. You are aware about your lower limbs, your chest, your abdomen, your upper limbs, and your head, from head to toe, your body, occupying the space of the room you are sitting in. Just be aware about this dense, gross physical body, the physical presence. You may experience your thoughts coming or some emotion rise like a wave of water. If something like this happens, any part all through the meditation, just free flow, allow that free flow of emotion without holding anything back. Just be with the flow. If you observe any thoughts, just see how it comes. And if you don't enter and pamper the thought, it will just leave. And this is what I want you to do at this moment. Just come on the seat of audience, observing anything and everything happening on the stage where you are the actor, artist, role player in different form, different size. Just watch as an observer, and see how much space it takes in your room, inner room. Slowly allow yourself to let this awareness slowly come out of your body. From the space between your eyebrows, let it come out. Just observe this light of consciousness. Visualize, imagine a light coming out in between your eyebrows. And this light fills up the space around you. Just observe the color of the light that you visualize, imagine, see, or make. You can even create one. Visualize yourself surrounded by this beam of light which has come from you through your being. And allow this beam of light to expand all around you, filling up the room half, slowly expanding its reach, filling the entire room around you. The space of the room around you is filled with this light of consciousness, and you are observing that. Slowly, this light of your consciousness comes out of the wall of your room. Just allow this to happen. Let it transcend the wall of the room and allow it to float in the space above the building where your room is present, filling the entire space, covering the building, all the buildings, slowly floating above, as if you are in the airplane and floating all above these buildings that occupies the rooms, including yours. Just allow yourself, give yourself permission to float and slowly floating, you start moving further up in the space, away from all the buildings, all the cities, crossing many oceans. Slowly, just allow yourself to be transported in this consciousness, the light, to a beautiful space of nature. Visualize, see, imagine a beautiful space of nature, full of green, trees, plants, flowers, as if the Mother Earth is blessing this place with its grace, with her grace. Everything is blooming, happy, joyful. A space of your origin, a space where you belong. Just allow yourself to come to this space and slowly obliging to the love that the Mother Earth is offering, you start descending down, down, down. And in the counts of 3, 2, and 1, you find yourself sitting on Mother Earth, feeling the touch, the coldness, the love that is transmuting from the very heart of this Dharti, this Mother Earth, Vasundhara Devi. Allow yourself this light to transport you. Observe yourself sitting on this beautiful Mother Earth. And as you settle, feeling safe and protected, surrounded by bliss of beauty, of this beautiful blossoming around you, this wind flowing, touching your skin, the fragrance of the flowers, delighting your senses. You bow down to Mother Earth because she's going to help with the process of cleansing that you have come here for. Cleansing of your energetic bodies, the chakras. So slowly you get ready, and the Mother Earth is already aware with all its elements, the earth, the water, the air, the fire, the space above it. And as you sit, just visualize a red light that opens up from the heart of the Mother Earth, entering your body in your Muladhara, in your first root chakra. Just visualize all the mucky, black, impure energy gathered out there in this Muladhara chakra of yours. And let this red light, that blessing that arises from the Mother Earth, clean up and purify all the muck present. Just surrender to this process with complete trust to the Mother, for the Mother. This red light has cleaned the Muladhara chakra, and now your Muladhara is shining red. And from that shining red, another light comes out, a red light coming all the way out and forming a circle around you. Now you are covered with a beautiful red light emitting from your Muladhara. And as this gets over another light of orange color, is being transmitted from the Mother Earth, the womb of Mother Earth, entering from your root and reaching the sacral chakra, cleansing all the muck, all the impurities present. And you surrender to that, allowing it to do its work. Feeling balanced in your emotions, in your feelings, feeling loved, feeling safe and secure. Your Swadhisthana, the sacral chakra, is now purified, emitting this orange light that comes out and makes another layer, a second layer around you, above the red light. And now, feeling safe, protected, secure. Your survival is secure. Your feelings are balanced. Your sexuality is sacred. You are experiencing the balance between your yin and yang. Mother Earth opens another beam of light coming out from her solar plexus. A yellow color light entering you from your root and directly going to your Manipura, the solar plexus chakra, working its magic on all the muck, the superiority, the inferiority, this ego, this pride, this doubt, this lack of worth, this delusions, this belief, everything is getting washed away by this beautiful bright yellow light. Feeling confident, feeling worthy, feeling balanced in your ego. This yellow light now shines in your Manipura, purifying it. Another beam of yellow light comes out, covering you as a third layer all around you on top of orange light. And now from the heart of Mother Earth comes the next beam of light, a green light entering your root, straight going to your Anahata and healing all the unhealed energy, muck present. The feeling of disappointment, feeling of betrayal, feeling unloved, feeling unworthy of love, everything is getting washed away. Slowly you connect back with the love that you are, feeling loved, feeling your own love that you are. The Anahata is shining green now, and that shining green transmits the green light that comes out, forming another layer above the yellow, covering all around you, protecting you from all the sides. And now a blue light emits from the womb of Mother Earth, entering your root, heading straight to your throat chakra, the Vishuddhi, and all the Ashuddhi of that Vishuddhi, all the impurities, difficulty in expressing your truth, insecurity, feeling scared, fear, everything is getting walked over, repaired, gaining you courage, gaining you strength, gaining you joy to connect, to become dense, less, slowly increase in your vibrational frequency, connecting with your Sukshma body, your Atmic self, experiencing the bliss of it. Vishuddha is filled with blue light, transmitting itself out, forming another layer around the green, covering all around you. Experiencing the bliss, the Mother now emits, the Mother Earth, indigo light, entering your root, heading all the way up and reaching your third eye. Receiving the grace, receiving the bliss, receiving the blessings of Mother Earth. Just completely surrender. Let it do its work so that your density is worked over in this area. You connect with your higher frequency, your intuitions, your manifesting power, with purity, with fullness, with bliss, with love, with compassion, with surrender of your ego. A shining light of indigo shines your third eye, coming out, covering you, making a sixth layer around the blue light. And now, filled with bliss, filled with the sense of oneness, filled with the knowing that I am the Brahman, that is my source, that is my truth, this is what I truly am. I am not the body, I am not the mind or the thoughts or my feelings. That's my denser layers. I'm much beyond that. Experiencing this, the Mother Earth now blesses you with the final beam of light, a violet light, beautiful lilac, coming from the womb of Vasundhara Devi, Ma, entering from your root, heading all the way up to your Sahasrara. And filling you up with gratitude, trusting the process and ready to surrender to the grace. Surrender to the divine. Shining your Sahasrara, emitting the violet light covering all around you. You are now covered with 7 layers of lights emitting from your purified chakras, cleaned chakras, empowered chakras, sacred transcended chakras, the opened up chakras, the energy of it. Experiencing it, just stay there. In the surrender, with gratitude, just stay there for a while. And see if you receive any insight. For the questions, for the solutions, or for in general, just stay there. Slowly bathing in that experience. Just stay there. Slowly, you get ready, gathering all the insights, becoming aware about all the received insights and the experience. It's time to pay your gratitude to Mother Earth, Mother Vasundhara, and slowly you start floating, rising up, up, and up in the space. Allowing this beautiful experience to enter your heart and stay available to you. Breathing into this beautiful experience, you start coming back. In the counts of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You are back with all this light in your body, connecting with your breath. Just allow yourself to observe your breath. Feel the movement in your body with each breath entering your body and leaving your body. Feel the abdomen and the movement of the abdomen and chest with each breath that you take. Slowly wriggle your toes, wriggle your fingers. Become aware about the body that you have. And in the counts of 3, 2, and 1, warm your palms by rubbing gently against each other and slowly put your palms over your eyes. Taking your own time, slowly, as you are ready, you can open your eyes. Beautiful. You can take 1 or 2 sharings and then you can see if there are any questions. I would appreciate if everybody ons their camera and if somebody just raises their hand so that I can ask them to unmute themselves. Thank you, friends.